not too much to add here as we transition to gi, because remember, I want someone to not get too overwhelmed by everything that is in jiu-jitsu, right? And gi makes things a lot more complicated. So I want you to understand the concepts of the movements first. As then we add the gi, then we can kind of understand the foundation that we're building on, right? So as we add these chokes and these different elements, you understand the end goal of the transitions first. So we're building upon the main positions, and then the transitions, escapes, so on and so forth, all the way up to kind of these fancy submissions way up here. And if you don't have that good foundation that we built in the no-gi, then it's like, a lot of people always see like all these crazy like flip chokes and things, lapel, strangulations, and they want to do those and they get focused on those because those are the highlights. And it kind of reminds me in football that they see the running back and the quarterback and the throws, and they think that's what football is. But 90% of the work being done is the offensive line and the defensive line going after that. And so we have to build that foundation first. So when we add the gi, don't think we're like neglecting it because we're doing so little. We're just building up what your understanding of these body movements are first before we start adding all these grips and convolute, or what's it called? Make it convoluted, right? Yeah. There's a word I'm looking for.
Weird angles to work with.
Right, because right now, if I grab the back of her head, that's all I can grab in no-gi, right? Where in gi, I can grab here, start looping around, and you start focusing on these little details before you understand why you're even grabbing in the first place, right? To make that happen, to control the upper body or separate her upper body and her lower body. So once you understand that concept and you build your foundation on that, and then we start adding the gi and all these crazy lapel, it's going to make more sense because your body's already built on that. Your body's already like, oh, we want to move here. This is the end goal. This is what we want. And so you're building the pyramid from the bottom up correctly. So that being said, now you're going to see not too much here, but you're going to see some very important things that's built on the concepts that we just had. So let's go back to this angle. I like this angle for like this diagonal. So as I'm right here in the butterfly guard, it's going to be very nice because I can start grabbing her collar and moving her in. And even if she's trying to back away right here, I can pull her in and get this grip on the sleeve. Now she's got no way of posting because I have the sleeve pulled to me. So I have my butt out right here. Even if she's trying to run away, I can get underneath her and get right up in here, and I already have the collar grip, so I can turn her neck to the side, get 4 fingers in, and get that choke. And remember this choke, I love this choke, and I started doing this on my own. I didn't really see anybody do it until recently, but it's this thumb in choke where I'm putting my thumb in, I'm pulling, I'll just show you guys on this side. Thumb in, grabbing, turning her neck. When I turn her neck, I force her artery to the surface right here, and it allows me to put all this pressure of my body weight onto her neck. So I'm torquing her neck out of alignment, bringing that artery to the surface, and I'm wrenching this shut as I do it. Now, the other side is pulling this forward. And not only does it cut off her other artery as I pull this forward, but notice it pulls her neck forward. So I'm pulling her into the choke. So as I grab here, turn her to the side, pressure in, 4 fingers in, I start to pull, I'm pulling her neck into the choke, getting that finish, okay? She goes to defend this, right? I use that to get the Americana. Maybe she goes to defend the Americana. I grab here for my gift wrap, take the back, go for my chokes here, push on the face, armbar. See how it's all blending together. So, again, you're good. So I'm battling her right here. She's probably going to be grabbing me. She's probably going to be trying to grab my legs, which might be a great opportunity to grab her wrist right here. I'm going to pull her in. All right. So same exact thing where before I had to make some sort of important connection because I couldn't just grab her sleeve. This, and she pulls back, is going to be a lot more difficult, okay? Let me do a better example of that. So I have this right here, and she pulls back. It's going to be very difficult because I have this counter angle right here of the lapel that I'm pulling through, and it's very easy for me to pull it in. Very hard for her to pull it away. Where if I'm just trying to grab her like this and someone really strong, she might be able to pull that way a lot easier. So by being able to hold her wrist down here with such a powerful posture, makes it really easy to block her from posting her posting arm. Because if I don't have this and she goes over, she's going to post, she's not going to go over. But now I pull her over there, easy fall. And then if she's really strong, so she only starts to fall, now my leg right here throws her up and over. Right? So that's pretty much the first one, is we want to get some sort of grip on this posting arm and then make a connection. I can still grab the back of her neck here if I want. She's just probably not going to let me. So I can get some sort of grip either on the same side lapel or cross side lapel. Okay? And that's very powerful. I can even start going for some sort of crappy choke right here, and when she puts her hand up there to stop it, I'm going to grab her arm, and then we go over.